Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing, I wonder? Well, what a fantastic day it is. Now, I mean, the sun is not shining, but it is gorgeous. And you know what? I'm going to just say, I really quite like fall. I'll just show you now what I'm looking at here. Look, isn't that pretty? The fall colors are just stunning. There's the farm. That's the farm I grew up on. Of course, remember last week when I was telling you, hang on now. When I was telling you about Mary Aggie, yeah, that was her shop right there. You see, right there. So we'd come around the pond here on the tractor, and we'd go to that shop. We'd park our little bike right here. Now that's my brother's house there now. So that house is long gone. Anyway, how are you all doing? My God, I'll tell you what. It got cold quick, didn't it? So last week you saw I had a little sort of down jacket on. And this week I thought, no, I can't go with anything slighter again this week. And, I think we can just all reconcile ourselves to the fact that it's going to, gloves, it's going to go downhill from here. Not to be the Grim Reaper here now. But anyway, that's it. But I got my look a little bit of a furry jacket on today. That's nice and thought that it might brighten me up. And I was just show you now, hang on. My shoes match. I know you're delighted. Yeah, odd little things, see. Anyway, so how is everyone doing? Well, I'll tell you what, I got a message last week. My sister watched the video last week, and she said, Sheila, maybe you could limit the amount of questions. She said it was like an episode of Jeopardy. You asked them a question about this and that and that, and we didn't know what to answer. And I said, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I certainly don't want to be Alex Trebek, so I said I shan't. I'll cut it down this week to only a few questions. I'll do my very best. But anyway, so someone wrote me a message yesterday. And so tickets are selling, thank God. My God, did we ever think they would? Tickets are selling, and we're 70% sold out. So that's exciting for me. And someone wrote yesterday and asked me, they said, Sheila, how come the show in Corner Brook is cheaper than the show in town? And I said, because, darling, we have 14 performers in town and two in Corner Brook. So I said, it's a cheaper show, that's why. And so anyway, she said, well, I might go to Corner Brook. I said, yeah, honey, you might run up your gas bill as well. Might be cheaper to go here. But anyway, those tickets for Corner Brook, Gander, Grand Falls, and Clarenville are going on sale at 12 o'clock today. So that's very exciting. So do me a favor, will you now? I mean, you are my friends, and I consider you so. Do me a favor, and down at the bottom, when we're finished, down at the bottom, there's a share button. I want you to share this just so that people know that we are going out to Gander, Grand Falls, Clarenville, and Corner Brook for December 1st to the 6th. And I can't wait to do that. Those tickets go on sale today. It's a completely different show from An Evening with Sheila Williams crack on at the Holy Heart, rather, of Mary. I can't wait for that. Oh my God, I can't wait to see you. That's the point of it, isn't it? Someone asked me last week, they said, Sheila, tell me what the best thing about doing a live show again is. And I said, it'll be the fact that I can reach out and well, I can't touch you. I can sometimes if I know you, but I can look at people in their eyes and know what it is that they're feeling and know that they're enjoying themselves or know if they're crooked. I want those things. That's what I want to have back again. So that'll be very exciting. That's November 19th and 20th here at Holy Heart. And so anyway, that's what's going on right now. I wanted to let you know, I'm going to tell you something. I experienced I'm sorry for the wind there. I experienced something a while ago, and that was that someone was very sort of negative about a good deed that was being done. And I thought, you know what, the world is in sort of chaos right now. And why do we have to add to that by being negative? We don't have to add to it. So try and curb that if you can at all. Good morning. And so anyway, that's one thing. Try and curb your negativity. Try and be grateful. Let's look for ways to be grateful. And secondly, when I announced the show was going on sale and it went on sale immediately, two people from away contacted me and bought 4 tickets. So someone from Ottawa, who is a Newfoundlander, Chantel O'Driscoll, you all know her, I'm sure. She bought 2 tickets uh, and um, and gave me two $20 gift cards for Keats Diner to give away to someone, which I have done, and also Hayden from Sparwood, BC. Hayden, God bless you for always being so present and so supportive. Hayden bought 2 tickets as well, and I've given those away. So thank you for your support from afar. I really appreciate it, and it just goes to show that kindness is around, isn't it? Thank God, if we look hard enough, and sometimes we don't have to look at all. Sometimes the money shows up in your bank. Thank God. Anyway, so here we are now. Look, listen to me. It's Halloween. What is the date? It's 28th. It's Emery Duff's birthday. Anyway, that's a separate point. You know how when you say a date, you remember, oh God, is that, yeah. Well, anyway, happy birthday, Emery. She's not watching the video. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So today is Halloween. We're coming up on Halloween, and I have a Halloween story for you. I think Hayden just said I've lost weight. Hayden, I'm fading away to nothing, honey. Anyway, I have a Halloween story for you. Here's the question. Now, I won't be Alex Trebek. I won't ask you 1,000 questions. Here's the question. Did you go out as children? Did you enjoy Halloween as children? And do you still enjoy Halloween? Mom never enjoyed Halloween. You know, she I don't know. It must have been deep seated. I don't know. We never ever liked scary movies either. Can't watch a scary movie at all. I can't even hear the music. One year, my friends and I went to Pet Cemetery. I'm going to say I was 19 because I had my own car. And so anyway, we went to Pet Cemetery at the Avalon Mall, and and it was Carol Murphy and Donna Williams and Regina Ryan and all these, like, your high school friends. And they're all tough as nails. And so anyway, I went in and there was a cat up in the tree in the opening credits, and the music went this sort of scary music, all in a minor key, and the cat jumped down from the tree in the graveyard. I jumped up. I said, I gotta go. I knew something bad was going to happen. And so anyway, I got in my car. I looked in the back seat the whole way home, and that was the end of that. I never ever watched scary movies, so it's a double barrel question. I'm sorry for this. Do you like scary movies? And also, you don't need to start recommending movies now. I'm not going to watch them. And also, do you like Halloween? We loved it. Growing up as children, we loved Halloween. So, and we weren't real, I don't think we were real creative in getting a costume for Halloween. I think it was only a matter of a sheet with a couple of holes, boo, that's sort of a ghost. Or, we put on a plaid shirt and a cowboy hat and pretend we were cowboys or farmers. Farmers was a big stretch for us. And so, anyway, but that didn't stop us. We didn't need to be done up as Superman, or Superwoman. We would put on our little costume and we would have a bag then. And now, look, I see these children going around with the little sort of pumpkin holders. Amateurs is what I call them. Amateurs. We used to go with a pillowcase. Did you do this as well? A pillowcase, gathering up our winter's grub, really. And so anyway, oh my God, someone mentioned the plastic mask. Remember, they caught you right here on the cheek. Kelly Raymond, God bless you. How are you, darling? Look, my eyesight's not as bad. Certainly a bit of distance allows my eyes to focus quicker. Anyway, so we'd go around with the pillowcase as I say, trying to gather up enough junk food for the winter. And so we'd go door to door. Now, look, hang on, I'll show you. So there's my house is over here in the corner, and then we'd come around the pond here. We'd come right up around the pond. Now, I mean, it was a big jaunt between, and back here is the Hennessy's line. It was a big sort of a break between houses. Some people nowadays, drop their youngsters off in a subdivision. This is more bang for your buck. This is the smart way to go about it. And if you're smarter, again, you'll go to some place that's a bit affluent and like King William Estates or something. Drop them off there. Maybe they'll have real big size bears. We don't know. But anyway, so we go door to door, and people trick or treat, and it's so jolly. My God bless the good days. So jolly, trick or treat, and they throw in some candies and some little bears and chips and such. I'd one give us an apple. And anyway, so then we'd go around the pond and then we'd go down Hennessy's line. Now, Hennessy's line, there was a woman there who was half crooked. Now, I say that, and I shan't give you her name because when I mentioned that she was crooked to someone else, I'm sorry for the wind. When I mentioned that she was crooked to someone else, he he said, no, she was a nice woman. So it might have been a little bit of a touchy subject. But when we would go to her door, we'd say, trick or treat, 5 and 6 years old. She'd say, big mummers this year. And we were 6. She said that till we were 20. Big mummers this year. Anyway, I think she's passed now. God rest her. So anyway, so we'd crack on and go down. So then we'd go down Petty Harbor Road. And we'd go down to, we'd hit the Jehovah's Witness, and they'd never answer the door. And anyway, and then we went down to Howie Guest. Howie Guest had a store down Petty Harbor Road. Does anyone remember that? There's another question. Apparently, I am full of questions. Howie Guest had a store down Petty Harbor Road. Guest store, I guess. I don't know. Guest convenience. And anyway, every year, now listen to me. Every year, he would give us a can, our own can of Pepsi. It was just like receiving a cup of gold. Well, when I tell you, you could feel the weight of the Pepsi hitting the bottom of the pillowcase. We almost had to run home. We were that excited. And I wouldn't mind, but we were used to a drop of Pepsi. But anyway, we'd almost run home excited. We'd come up around the pond again, throw the apples in the pond, certainly, trying to get clear of them. We didn't want anything too good for us. And we'd get home to Mom's. And then Mom would say, all right, well, come on, we'll go on. And so then we would make our way out. We'd go out to our aunt's house. And our aunt would, I think we used to go to, I think we went to Doc Murphy's first. And we would get a few odds and ends there and sit down with all of our cousins together. And then we would go to my Aunt Stacey's. Now, our Aunt Stace, she didn't really invite us in to sit on the couch. She was one of those. She had plastic on her couch. That was always nice and relaxing. So she would have the youngsters sit on the floor in the porch while the adults were allowed to sit on the couch, but not the youngsters because I suppose we were too dirty. I don't know why she wouldn't, but don't mention that. Anyway, so she's gone now to God rest her. But anyway, so we would sit on the floor and then we'd spread out the loot. And we'd have our own little piles, and so it was me and my cousins, and next thing out came the can of Pepsi. Well, and you know how you are when you're youngsters, you'd open that slow as you can just to lord it over the crowd. Well, I'm going to tell you what, Halloween, that is one of my best memories of Halloween. Now, my sister Kelly gives out full-sized bears. I do not. She obviously got money. I don't. So mine are only little half-size bears if you want to come to my place for Halloween. But I got them. You come on to my place and don't think for a second you'll get an apple. Now, I'd like to get clear of them, but I won't give them to you. In the meantime, now, okay, that wind is quite loud in your ears. I'm sorry about that. Look how pretty the pond is and Forest Pond. Isn't that stunning? Stop sizing me up now. Just look at the pond. Okay, so I have one little joke to tell you now before I go. And that is, it's not a joke at all, actually. I shouldn't have said a joke. No, it's a story. It's a story. And the story is about a friend of mine who got in an accident out on the Outer Ring Road. Now, for those of you who are watching from away, you may not know what the outer ring is, but the outer ring is a road that goes around the perimeter of St. John's and the outer ring. Very sensible, aren't we, here in Newfoundland and Labrador? We name things as they should be named. And so, anyway, it goes around the perimeter of St. John's, and it is conducive to speeding, or it certainly used to be. And there used to be little ruts in the road. And anyway, she was going along, and she liked the speed. She liked the gas. And so she was going along, and she was a bit heavy handed. Next thing, she lost control. She lost control and ran into a car on her side, and so sort of veered into the road because of the ruts. And so anyway, I'm going to sit down here now on a little bench for Jerry, Pie, Marge, and Peg Frizzell, God rest them. So anyway, she was driving along, lost control, and ran into the guy, and she was so shaken up about it. And thank God she was okay. She was able to get out of the car, and she got out of the car and she went over and spoke to the guy and said, "Oh my gosh," she said, "I'm so sorry." She said, I don't know what happened." She said, "Are you okay?" He said, "No." He said, "I think I am. Yeah." He said, "I'm a little shaken up." He said, "What about you? Are you okay?" And she said, "No, I am." And at that point, she was single. And so she noticed that he was quite fetching. He was handsome. And so I said, "Well, a little tiny arse on him." That sort of carry on. She noticed all these things in a flick of an eye. Certainly we can, can't we? So anyway, she said, "I'm taking this as a sign." He said, "Are you?" She said, "Well," she said, "You know what? We've had this major accident and here we are both okay. I'm taking it as a sign that we were meant to meet together and we were meant to live in peace together." And he said, "Yes, are you? Yeah." No, he said, "It's a good way to look at it. I never even thought of it in that way." And she said, "I'm going to tell you something." She said, "You know what? I had a bottle of wine on my seat." She said, "That car is completely crashed, and yet that wine is still in full condition, or not hurt." She said, "I'm taking that as a sign as well." He said, "Yes, of what?" She said, "That we should have a drink and toast our meeting together." He said, "Of course you're right. Take it out. Bring out the wine." And so she did. She got the wine out of the car and unscrewed the cap and passed it to him, and he had a drink and then he passed it back to her, and she said, "I have a nice drop now." And so he did. And he said, "No," he said, "You're right." He said, "This has been stressful." And so he passed it back to her, and she put the cap back on and passed the bottle back to him. And he said, "Are you going to have a drink as well?" She said, "No, no, I think I'll just wait for the police." I know, savage, savage. Anyway, now listen to me. God bless you. You're a wonderful crowd. Yeah, so okay, just do the little rundown again. Tickets are on sale today for Clarenville, Gander, Grant Falls, and Corner Brook. So be sure to get your ticket. And if you can't get a ticket, spread the word, will you please? Share the thing. There's a button. Now I've taught you this before. There's a little button down at the thing. Share the video. And you know what? If you share this video, I have gift cards that I'm going to give away next Thursday morning. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just making all this up as I go. I'm going to give away two $50 gift cards, two $25 gift cards rather, that make $50. I was always so good at math. So if you share the video, your name will go into a draw for those gift cards. You're a wonderful crowd. God bless you. I have happy Halloween. Have a great Halloween. Love to you.